Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Wednesday, September 7th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a loss in the WNBA with the Sky money line at even money on BetMGM. Wasn't close. The Sky actually never led in the game. Connecticut responded well to a must-win situation, and they kicked Chicago's ass. Really no other way around it. Bad read there. I believe that was our first WNBA loss for our play of the day in a couple months at this point. We were on a really good run, unfortunately came to an end. I'll look for a bounce back winner here on Wednesday. And for today's play of the day, going to baseball, looking at a game between the Brewers and the Rockies taking place at around 3:10 p.m. Eastern time. And for this matchup, we like a team total in this one. We like the Rockies, first five team total over 2.5 runs at minus 125 on DraftKings. Time recording of 2:18 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the Rockies' first five team total over in this spot. First reason, looking at the actual season stats, the Rockies have been very good in the first five innings offensively at home this season, as the Rockies are averaging 3.1 runs per home game in the first five, which ranks second in the league. Meanwhile, Milwaukee really not been good on the road at keeping their opponents off the scoreboard in the first five innings, as the Brewers are allowing 2.75 runs per road game in the first five, which is the ninth most in the league. But the main reason why I'm going to be taking the Rockies in the first five here is because of the fact that Eric Lauer is pitching for Milwaukee, and even though his recent numbers are pretty good, he's been awful against Colorado this season. He's been awful against Colorado in his career, and he's been especially bad at Coors Field throughout his entire career. So to go through the numbers in order, starting off with the one start against the Rockies this season, it was in Milwaukee, and we know that the Brewers usually perform well pitching-wise at home, and that the Rockies cannot hit at all on the road. But he faced off against the Rockies on July 24th, so somewhat recently, and the Rockies ended up doing well against them. 4 and 1/3 innings pitched, 8.31 ERA. And those struggles weren't exactly surprising because historically speaking, he's been terrible against the Rockies. 10 starts, 41 and 1/3 innings pitched, 7.4 ERA. And now you get to the fun numbers, which are his career stats at Coors Field. We know that off-speed pitchers tend to struggle at Coors because of the altitude, and Lauer's definitely one of them because in 5 career starts, he's gone 16 innings, 14.63 ERA. He cannot pitch in Coors Field, and I think the Rockies are going to kill him in this matchup as a result. Plus, to go through the actual weather, we know the altitude is automatically going to help with the offense, but to go through Ballpark Pal, which has a pretty solid, I'd say, database for weather predictions, the weather should result in a 13% increase in home runs, a 13% increase in extra base hits, and a 12% increase in runs. But to go back to the home runs, we know that Coors Field is definitely going to help with the power. We saw Yelich hit a ball 499 feet yesterday for the Brewers, just for example. But the home runs are going to be a concern for Lauer because they've been a concern all season long. And Lauer has allowed 25 home runs this season. And that, if that sounds like a lot to you, it's because it is, because Lauer's tied for the fourth most home runs allowed in the league. So now he's going into Coors. He struggled with home runs all season long. And I think that his off-speed stuff's not going to work. I think the Rockies jump on him early. They might score 3 in the first. We'll see what happens. But I do think a team total of 2.5 in the first five against a pitcher that's had serious problems allowing home runs and against a pitcher that has really been awful in Coors Field his entire career is too low. The total in this game is 12, so you're expecting a lot of runs already, but 2.5 for fading a pitcher who I think is going to struggle here is too low, and I'm going to take the over as a result. Play that once again here for Wednesday, September 7th is going to be on the Rockies' first five, team total over 2.5 runs at minus 125 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.